لله الذي خلق الإنسان وزينه بكثير من الميزات التي لا توجد في أي خلق من خلق الله سبحانه وتعالى، والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين الذي بعث إلى كافة الناس بشيرا ونذيرا، وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد. Honorable President of today's program and dear audience, I am really delighted, privileged and proud to see the bright minds of the Islamic seminary presenting their performance before this august gathering. Indeed, it takes great courage, boldness, gallantry to stand before the audience. Standing before the audience, expressing your desires, your feeling, your thoughts, your ideas, it's not such an easy task. We have seen a lot of people, they have a great deal of knowledge, thought, ideas, but when time comes to speak, to express before the people, they fail to do it. You can see the people, they have pile of money. Their account is overflowing with the money, and the balance is going to get suffocated because of the piling of accumulating money. But when time comes to represent what the thoughts are revolving around their mind and what the ideas are flashing through their brain, they cannot do anything. At the time they ask their assistant, their advisor, to stand before them and teach them the lesson. So my dear students, the languages are kind of the great gift given by Allah Almighty to the human being. It is the language that can be considered a demarcation and a salient feature instilled, cultivated in the human being. Why? Because Allah Almighty wanted the human being to be the viceroy of Allah Almighty. Human being has been created in this world so that it can communicate, it can share the feelings, the sorrows, the hardship. It can console and soothe the minds of the people who are in suffering and the pain. So if the language is not given to the human being, definitely the human being would not have been able to communicate, to express, and to realize the sorrows, the problems, and the difficulties of the others. So my dear students, you have to realize the potentials, the talents, and the skills that Allah Almighty, our Creator, Sustainer, Cherisher, the All-Knowing, the All-Powerful, has given to all of you. And I can say and challenge the people who are coming up with the negative remarks against Madaris, saying that the people of Madaris are not capable to do or to comprehend the modern education. And it is the bright example of this program that is giving a resounding message to the evil genius who are engaged, distorting, reshaping, and spreading the negative picture of Islam, Muslims, and those who are associated with this universal message of Allah Almighty, the message that is giving the brotherhood, humanity, fraternity, equality, and justice. Dear students, I want to tell you, any language in the world, whether it is English or Arabic or whatever may be the language in the world spoken or written, it requires you four things. Without observing and practicing and acquiring all these skills, you cannot be called that you know the language. And it is called LSRW. LSRW. L means listening. If you want to comprehend, if you want to have the good knowledge and profound knowledge of any language, you have to listen to the native speakers. You have to copy them. You have to emulate them. You have to just repeat the sentences, the articulation, the accent, and the pitch, the ups and downs of the song. So the best person who wants to become the good speaker, he has to listen to the native speakers. For example, you can see a small child, he is born in Deoband. If you ask him, roti jal raha hai, jal rahi hai, so he should not be in doubt. Definitely he will say, roti jal rahi hai Maulana. When you are saying roti jal raha hai, it's wrong. Why? Because he is listening to his mom, his father, his their parents and their siblings. Always they are saying roti jal rahi hai. So you did not hand over him any grammatical book that memorize this is the singular or this is the plural or this is the female or this is the common gender, that is the neutral gender. No, nothing. Why? Because he is repeating, he is copying what his mother is saying, what his father is saying, and how his siblings are pronouncing. So the first and foremost duty of the student who wants to become a good speaker, or a good writer, or a good orator, or a good debater, he will have to make a habit to listen to the native speakers. The first one is listening. Listening, and listening is the most important and the fundamental component of the language. And the second thing is that speaking. I think that most of the students seated here in this August gathering, they know already more than 300 words of English language. You know, English language is such an easy language that can be learned, that can be acquired, that can be obtained in any place. Because when you are coming out of the house, you are saying, "मैं room से बाहर आया." So room is also an English word. When you are going to the market, you are saying, "मैं market जा रहा हूँ." So you are using market, station, mobile, computer, laptop, keyboard, door, water bottle. So most of the words are being spoken in our surrounding. So second thing is speaking. When I was a student of Darul Uloom, at that time the students were very shy and they feel ashamed while talking in Arabic language. But at that time I never left my teacher nor my friends, whether I recognize them or not. When I memorized any word, I wanted to put it into practice. So I was searching for the friends, the colleagues, and the companions so that I can put my words into practice. I was taking a pocket-sized diary in my pocket. When I watching the student is coming, so just I was keeping it out and watching the word, and then I'm throwing on him. So he was saying, "You like to become Maulana Abul Kalam Azad?" Yes, I want to become Maulana like Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, but I want to become better than him. Because Allah Almighty has created and He has given the qualities. We have to realize our qualities. We have to assess what the beauties, what the good qualities, what the skills, what the talents, what the potentials Allah Almighty has given to me. If I realize that I am brave, so I can fight or I can defeat the lion which is coming to attack me. But if I am very passive and I feel that I am very fragile, I am very feeble, I am weak and poor, so definitely I cannot take courage to defend. So there are two things. The first one is listening, second one is speaking. Speaking comes by speaking. Even I say, if a person doesn't have any idea of having food, so also proper having food comes by practice. Otherwise, you are taking rice and all the people who are sitting on the tables, they are laughing at you. That the person, where he has come from, he doesn't have any kind of decency or discipline or civilization. Even I say, walking comes by walking. If you don't know the proper idea of walking, definitely you will look old among the people. And that's why you can see, when you are repeating a single word before a small child, he just picks up the word and he starts putting to practice. Even you are shouting, shut up, so also he is repeating the same word. It means the man has been created in such a way so that he can take the practice, or he should abide by what we are going to say. So man naturally has been created in such a way that he picks up what anybody else wants to say before him. And third thing is reading. If you want to become a proficient, prolific and well-acclaimed writer, bestseller in any language, you have to read the books that have been recognized among the scholars. And the last thing, my dear friends, is very difficult, and that is writing. Noon wal qalam. Allah Almighty is swearing by the pen. Why? The pen has the duty to write the justice. The pen has the duty to bring the reformation in the academic life, in the educational sector, in the commerce, or whatever may be the area of the human being. So the pen, if you want to become the good writer, you have to read the good books that have been written in the literature. And 4D, you have to abide by 4D. First one is dedication. Dedication is the master key to victory